Hi, welcome to this new class, Premier class, and I know you're going to be a wonderful class and you're going to enjoy yourself. Trust me. Let's jump into the class for today, Premiere Pro. I'm using Premiere 2020. As you can see, the interface is actually different. Might be different from what you have over there. If you are using something around 2015, it might be looking different, but this is 2020 Premiere, and the interface is quite a little bit sophisticated and sweet, and looking catchy, you know. So enjoy the moment, enjoy it as you go. So this is the interface. If you are launching it for the first time, you might not be seeing it this way. These are old edited files, projects. These are projects that I've edited. So let's jump right into the new project and see how it actually looks. So when you click on this is what, when you click on the new project, it gives you this. So you need to give it a name, your project a name, what you want to edit. Let's say I want to give it Premiere movie Premiere movie maker. So that's my name for it, and let me just the camera a little bit. Okay, let's go. This is how it goes. You have this, and probably when you are installing, you have this. Actually select the right card for your system, so don't worry yourself about it. Just go straight down here, look out for capture format, look at it if you have it on HD. If HD is proper for you, DV is when you are using a deck, digital video recorder, to actually capture something into your system, video into your system. So you might not need that for now. It's actually an old way of getting video into your system. Likewise, production and broadcasting TV channel actually make use of this stuff. But the way we are going this time around, we actually not going to need that. So let's click your button OK. That means we are cool for that. So this is how it looks like. It's a sweet and wonderful software to actually romance with. This is our section, is where we have our toolbox. This is a timeline. This is our project file, where you have all your project, all whatever things you are bringing in to work on, you are going to have it here. Here we have our source, essential, effect control, essential sound. We're going to know more about that very soon. This is the way your system, if you are a learner, you should be on this button. If you are assembling things together on this project, you have a preset look of how this place actually look. So you have, if you want to do something, you click it, it changes the look. If you want to edit, maybe you want to do something editing, it gives you another proper or assumed way what you should have on how it should look like. You understand? If you want to do a color correction or you want to do color grading, it should be on this. So it brings every tools, every look that you might need for your color correction or color for your grading. It gives you all those here, so you get so that if you are doing it, you don't have any problem in mixing it. So let's go back to our, so if you want to, like now you can't find those things here, but you can, if you go to your menu and window, workspace, you will see its color. You can click edit, take you back to edit. If you want to do effect, you do effect. You change, give you effect, what's proper, what's good for effect interface that will actually makes it easy for you to work. If you want to work on audio, you get the loop interface for a setting for audio that you might need anything around here, easy for you to actually pick on. If you have graphics, if you want to work with graphics, you have the essential graphics to work with. You have library. So these are the loop that has been preset for you to actually work in. And probably you might not actually need all these things, but majorly what we are focusing on now and right now is the learning. Let's just put ourselves in that learning stage. Here we are. So let's just keep this. Let's get used to this first. Then to learn every other part of this one, you will not be afraid. You will get used to it. So let's bring in our first material. Your material can be audio, it can be video, it can be anything, it can be a picture. So let's bring in a video. We have a video in the source file, in this link that will be sent to you, or you have it in a box there. You have a link there. So in that link, download the video that is there. So let's bring it down here. So you can bring it in two ways. It's either you drop it, you locate the file in your Explorer, or you import media. You can double click on this space anywhere around here. You can double click there. That's that. Or you right click on it and say import. So I have it here in my Explorer. I can easily drag and drop. Here we have it. Here we have it. Now we have this project here. This is what we want to work on. All right, we want to work on this. So if you but we don't have anything on the timeline. These are timeline that we're supposed to be using to do whatever thing. So there's something saying drop media here to create sequence. It's either you drop from here to this place, it forms a sequence, or you come to this button here, new item, you see sequence here, you click on it. Sequence brings you here. So then you now look for the setting. Look for the setting that fits in a video that you are actually bringing in, or the output that you are intending to have. So it's in two ways. So there are different types of format. You have ARRI. If you recorded on ARRI, if you record on DV Power, if you record on HG and all that. So you can easily pick any of these and select which one you want there. You see all the frame rates and all the sizes here. Is what actually forms this particular accessor. You can actually click that and say okay, but we are not going to do that. So we want to use this star. Is that you drop here, automatically it helps you set whatever video that you have. The video that you have there, it sets in the setting. It sets the setting you have of that video as your sequence straight up. No wala, nothing, no hassle. So you don't need to stress yourself in trying to check. It's that you do it that way, drop it that way. There are two ways you can do it. Or you bring it here, you pick the file, the material, you bring it to this icon here, you drop it in it. See the same thing. Because why it does that is that when you click on it, the first item there on that stuff is sequence. It's sequence. So it actually activates sequence there. So let's jump in right in here that we have this project. Let's play to see
You watch the work.
No, I don't.
what we have.
I don't fancy it.
Mine
What
is
do you
not
think
speaking
about?
now. I'll need to check my sound system and see what exactly is doing. It's actually up.
Different strokes
I have it.
for different folks.
So this is it.
You watch the work.
No, I don't. I don't fancy it.
Good. Now, this is when you need to actually understand when you want to edit what exactly you are looking at to edit. There are different ways of editing. Now you've gotten that you can pick your video and drop it on the timeline, and voila, you have a timeline that you are working with. But now, as somebody who knows that you can do this now you need to start cutting. It's either you play on this platform, then you start cutting.
You watch the work.
Because there are things that you might need to take away, you take out of the stuff. This is when the work starts. You can now do that in 2 ways. It's either you are on the timeline, you are cutting directly. My timeline is so tiny, I can easily zoom in by pressing the button plus icon on your keyboard, plus, or if it's too big, I press minus to make it smaller, or press plus, make it bigger, longer and bigger. So I can as well say play all this place.
No, I don't. I don't.
There is a place somebody is asking a question. I don't need that. So I just want to pick it from. No,
I don't.
I don't.
I don't fancy it.
I don't fancy it. So what will happen is that I take my cut razor tool, just click here, cut it with the razor. Immediately get to the points you want to cut. Is that your cursor is there or the cursor is not there? You can always cut anywhere. You get. So cut, and see that you right click on it and say ripple delete. It takes you to that. Or manually take your pick tool again, pick it up and delete. Then you move your cursor, your image to the beginning of this and play.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't fancy it.
That's out point. So you always have your in point and your out point. Your in point and your out point. Your in point and your out point. So your in point is like where you start from, and your out is where you stop that particular materials. Then you pick it and drop it on your timeline. I hope you get that. So that is one style of bringing your materials on the timeline. You can as well do another style of a professional style where you have this material without creating a timeline or whatever. Let's undo, go back, whatever things I've cut, I've come back to this side. I will double click on this. It shows itself on this small monitor. Yeah, source. It's a source. There is this icon here called source. When you are on learning, you will see this source will be here. I double click on it. Here's source. This source is a place where I can trim these tools that you have here. It's for me to trim what I need on timeline and drop it here. So if I play now,
You watch the work.
No, I don't.
good. So I want to come in after. Do you want to do what?
You watch the work.
I want to mark you mark in. This is my in point. Then I play.
No, I don't. I don't fancy it.
Bar, your space bar. Say I don't fancy it. Then out point. This icon, click it and say out point. So this point that you have taken now, then you can drag this space. You see, changes to hand grabbing stuff. and bring it down to drop on the timeline. Automatically it creates a sequence for you. Then you play.
No, I don't. I don't fancy it.
So you've done the first move on your editing stuff, your first move. So you continue.
What do you think about Telemundo and see what they are watching?
I stop before you start answering stuff. If assuming that
Well,
okay, you get to where you're supposed to do, and assuming that you want to pick it up from well before you said well, there is a need for it's either you go back, you use that to go back, you play, or you use your key J, key J to go back, and K to stop, L to play forward, K to stop, J to go back. My endpoint.
well, I don't know. There are different strokes for different folks, so it depends on the preference. Me as a person, I don't really fancy it, so I can't really say much about people see it.
Out. Then you drag the way we did the other time and put it on the timeline. So let's play what is on. So whatever we have on the timeline here, plays on this monitor. This is the raw source file. But what plays here, whatever plays here will show here on this monitor here. This is
strokes for different folks, so it depends on the.
So we can play from the beginning and say,
no, I don't. I don't fancy it. Well, I don't know. There are different strokes for different folks, so it depends on the preference. Me as a person, I don't really fancy it, so I can't really say much about people see it.
well, people
see it.
Good. That is the step one, the giant step of cutting. So I want you to grab your stuff now. Just cut before we move to the next stage. Cut something out. Let me see you cut. Before we move on, let me see you cut. Cut everything and make a story from this line now. From this clip, I want you to make edit the question out. I want you to edit out the question asking this guy and leave only the answers on the timeline. And let's see what you've got in this class. Then we come back to the next step. Thank you.